December 2017, the UK driving test will include the option of the forward bay parking manoeuvre. Whilst it is still recommended that we reverse into parking bays whenever possible, we may occasionally need to pull into a bay forwards. So it is good to practice this manoeuvre so we are able to do so safely. First, we'll get an overview of the manoeuvre from outside the car before going inside to see a more detailed view from the driver's position. If you have any questions about the video, then please leave a comment and we will do our best to reply. If the driving examiner on your test wants you to carry out this manoeuvre, they will direct you to a suitable car park and then say, "I'd like you to drive forward into a convenient parking bay, finishing within the lines, either to the left or the right." We have to park in a bay next to the road we are driving on, so we can't drive through a bay to park in a bay in front of that. Once the car has stopped, they will say, "Now, I'd like you to reverse out either to the left or the right, if the car park allows it." We are not allowed to go into any empty bays behind us, so we must stay on the road as we turn. Once this has been completed, they will say, "Drive on when you're ready," and the test route will continue. We enter the car park and choose to park on the left in front of the lamppost. We position our car on the opposite side of the road to give more room to turn. Check to our left for any danger and signal. The reference point we use for turning is to look for when the first bay line for our bay appears under our left door mirror. We steer quickly left and gently straighten the steering as we enter the bay. Once we have stopped, we can look in the mirrors to check that our rear wheels are within the bay lines. When reversing out, we need to look around very carefully before moving, as there are often many hazards in a car park. Once it is safe, we reverse very slowly and steer to face the car towards the exit. Once we have enough space, we can stop, check all around for danger, and then drive on. The reference point we use to steer into the bay is to wait until the first bay line for our bay appears under the door mirror. However, this will not suit everyone, as other factors will affect when to turn. So if needed, experiment with different turn points until you find one that works well. If possible, we would normally choose to park in a bay that has empty bays next to it, as this allows more room to manoeuvre the car. If this isn't possible, then choose a bay that has the following space empty, as this will give room for the front of our car as we turn. If the car park is very busy, we might have to park in a bay between two other vehicles. We will need to be extra careful, so we drive very slowly to ensure we don't cause any damage to other cars. In this video, we have concentrated with parking on the left, but the technique for parking on the right is exactly the same. Drive very slowly and position on the opposite side of the road. Once the first bay line is below the right door mirror, steer quickly to the right and carefully drive into the parking bay. If we turn into the bay at the wrong time, then the car will enter the bay at an angle and stop with our rear wheels outside of the bay. If this happens, we are allowed to carefully reverse out of the bay and drive back in again to straighten the car up. Car parks are often very busy, so we must look carefully all around the car before reversing, and once again before driving forwards back into the bay. When parking near other vehicles, it will be more difficult to reverse out again safely because our view is obstructed. We must look around for danger and stop if needed. Once our door mirrors pass the other cars, we steer quickly and turn the car towards the direction of travel. So remember, choose the target bay carefully, position on the opposite side of the road, turn into the bay precisely, and reverse out again very carefully. If you found this video interesting, then please click our logo to subscribe to our channel, as it really helps other people find our videos. If you would like to help support this channel, then please click the Patreon link to find out about our crowdfunding campaign. Thanks for watching.